Saint Anger is 20 years old this year.
Okay.
Scary thought, man.
Yeah, the snare drum still lives rent-free in my nightmares as well.
Oh, this is going to be a good one then, because this is what I wanted to bring up. After 20 years, is it time to reevaluate Saint Anger and look at it in a new light? Where do you sit in the Saint Anger world? And I'll tell you where I sit after.
It's very difficult to put my hand on it, on where I stand with it. Like, I don't think I've listened to the song Saint Anger in about 5 years. I Disappear off the album, even if it was on that album.
It wasn't, it was a single.
It was for Mission Impossible 2, wasn't it? I loved that song, and that's the same era, isn't it?
Yeah, it's about, I think it's about 2 or 3 years before Saint Anger. I want to say 2001, about the same time Mission Impossible came out. Yeah. And like you said, and then Saint Anger was 2003. So they changed basis, obviously. That was still Jason Newsted playing on I Disappear. And then
Rob came in.
Rob came in for Saint Anger.
I think it will always be a talking point in the history of Metallica. It was always, they had the Black Album, early 90s, going into like Load and Reload and everything, and then Saint Anger came out, and it was like, a lot of people were like, what's going on here? Yeah. But also them saying, there was also a lot of questions when Enter Sandman was just like, this is soft, like this isn't Metallica. And now, the same people that probably said stuff about Saint Anger are probably saying the same stuff about the new stuff. Yeah. It's never going to be Master of Puppets again, and Justice for All. I
like Saint Anger, and I am not afraid to say it. Okay. And I think there are some absolute phenomenal riffs on that album. Where it falls short is how long it is. For songs that don't develop beyond a nice chunky riff, you can't drag those tracks out for 8 minutes. And a little side project I've always wanted to do was a re-edit of that album and bring in the songs down to like 2.5 minutes.
It would be a lot more listenable.
Yeah, but songs like Frantic, insane. The riff from Some Kind of Monster, absolutely great riff. It's just so long and doesn't... For one riff holding a song down, you can't have that song being 5 or 6 minutes long.
They did similar though when Death Magnetic came out. Yeah. They were very long songs. I preferred that to Saint Anger.
Yeah, see, I felt that was we've tried something new, it didn't work, let's run back to safe territory.
I did like it. I know they were long songs, but I liked
The Day That Never Comes stand out on that.
Yeah, great song. Really good track. Broken, Beaten, Scarred is a huge song. Cyanide. Yeah. It's a better album than Saint Anger. It is.
So 20 years later, still not a fan of Saint Anger.
Still not a fan. There we go. That's what we got from the end of this conversation. No.
I'm still a fan. I like it. I think there's good in it. And I think it's an important album because there would have been no touring Metallica without it. But did you see the documentary? That's also 20 years, Some Kind of Monster.
Some Kind of Monster, yeah, I've seen that. Have you seen Through the Never as well? The sort of the live film thing.
No, my elder brother raves about that. Says it's really good.
It is really good.
I've never seen it. It's like a zombie movie, isn't it, or something?
Yeah, so it's basically a really long music video. Yeah. That's it keeps going back to like them playing live and then back to this music video. But yeah, it is good if you've got the time. But like I said, it's just one big music video.
I actually saw Metallica at Download Festival in 2003, the year that Saint Anger album came out, when they did that surprise set.
Oh, the secret set, yeah.
Secret set at Download Festival. Mind-blowing on multiple levels. Like, first time I'd ever fucking been to a music festival. Like, it's crazy. And then, not only that, there's my favourite band in the entire world just rocks up out of nowhere. I remember I was with two lads. There was 4 of us in total, so it was me and my brother and a lad called Ben, a lad called Aaron. And my brother and Aaron wanted to, my brother and Ben wanted to watch Ministry. You ever heard of them?
I have heard of Ministry, yeah, man.
Yeah, and they were watching Ministry, and I was like, this is awful. Like, this is terrible. It's just some guy preaching, like, talking like a politician over rock music. Yeah. I just couldn't vibe with it at all. So I said to my mate Aaron, I was like, should we go sit on the bank and have a little smoke? Yeah. We were sitting on this bank having a little smoke, and all I could hear was dum 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 dum. I was like, So I was like, Metallica? It's like Metallica. And then all of a sudden, to see people running past us like, fucking, where's everyone going? It's fucking Metallica, man. And just followed the herd, just ran into the big top, which was called the Snickers stage at the time.
The old second stage tent, wasn't it? Yeah.
Right. Up on the hill. And sure enough, there it was, Metallica. And we got to see them. I think they did Frantic and they did Saint Anger off that album.
Oh, what are your favourite songs then?
Yeah. Maybe that's why I don't have a problem with the album, because I was 15 years old and loads of magical shit happened around that time.